Radio Rahim here with Fousey. You were, I believe, were you right in the row with us for this whole fight?
Yes, sir.
I saw you totally engaged in this fight. Just run me through it. What was going through your head?
You know what? I wasn't counting the rounds, I'll be honest, because I was expecting a knockout. On either end, I was expecting a knockout. I wasn't expecting to go to a decision on an 8-round fight against Jake Paul, 3 years experienced boxer against Woodley. I wasn't expecting that. So I wasn't sitting there judging who got round one, who got round two. I was just waiting who's going down first, and it never happened.
Especially towards the end of the fight, it looked like both fighters got a little winded, not gassed, but winded, and that's often when the knockout comes. Were you worried for Jake at that point, or do you think it was time for him to come on?
You know what? I'm gonna be 100% honest. I wasn't worried personally, but when I checked my text afterwards, the family texted me. They all thought Jake was winded enough to go down in the later rounds. I never saw that. I actually in the 8th round was still cheering wildly for Jake, thinking he was going to be able to make something happen. It didn't happen, but it went to a decision. So for me, that says enough.
Now, I know Jake's your guy, but from Woodley's perspective, what do you think he could have done tonight that might have got the win for him?
I think he obviously was much more the aggressor the entire fight. I don't think I saw Jake Paul step up once the entire fight. So Woodley could have let him go and make it a point to make it his fight. He was already coming forward the entire time. Let them hands go. Show us why you got the fight. Because if he let his hands go more than he did tonight, I don't think anybody would be complaining if he got the win tonight.
You think we should see a rematch?
100%.
Tommy Fury was...
No, we're not there yet. I don't think that's part of the storyline we're at yet. I don't think Jake should go to Tommy Fury by any means. I'm a Jake Paul friend and fan. I do not think next up should be Tommy Fury.
Why not?
I think he needs to go through Tyron again, go through another camp, get through those jitters again, and see what happens the second go. And if you, look at the greatest of the greats. Look at their first 10 fights. Tell me if you remember any of their names. You know? So it's I don't remember any of Floyd's first 10 fights. I don't remember any of Tyson's first 10 fights. I remember their later fights when they're already great. So give Jake time. He's a beginner, man. He's I'm not going to say he's green, but he's still early in this business. So give him time to grow. We got to remember who we're talking about. We ain't talking about no amateur who had 100 amateur fights going into the pro arena. We're talking about Jake Paul. He had no amateur fights. He had 3 pro fights that...
He had 1 amateur fight that I covered. They took the house down at Manchester Arena. But
against Deji.
Right.
Yeah, but that don't count. Give him time. Let him grow. I'm still believing in him because too many people these days don't believe in an underdog story. I don't have to be a fan of the guy to want to see a guy believe in himself enough to actually achieve something. What's wrong with that?
Well, I think he bought himself more than enough time tonight to get another fight and another after that. It was a great performance for the fans. The place was rocking. We had fun. I had a good time watching the fights with you. Hopefully,
it was an honor being in the same room as you, watching the same fight.
Man. All heart. Thank you for that. Radio Rahim with Fousey.